Just like our body, our memory needs to be nourished with healthy diet, brain exercises, and healthy habits. The content of this article will give you some tips to improve memory. Memory is nothing but the recalling of any data or information that has been assimilated by the brain. It is divided into two types: short-term and long-term memory. Short-term memory helps the brain to remember information for a few seconds to a few minutes, for example, searching a phone number in the phone directory. This type of information is not stored for a long time, and lapses from the brain. Long-term memory, on the other hand, is when we make conscious efforts to retain the information for a long time. Memory improving techniques. Brain exercises are one of the simplest ways of improving memory power. As such, there is no exact definition of brain exercises. The key to brain exercises is to stimulate the gray cells of our mind. For instance, solving complex Sudoku puzzles or trying out various problem-solving exercises can be a good practice for improving the analytical skills of brain. Similarly, something as simple as brushing your teeth with the non-dominant hand can trigger some unused areas of the brain. The memory is just like our body. If you regularly exercise it, you will develop a good physique, else you will have an unfit body. Thus, our brain needs exercise, and that too regularly. There are various brain games that help the mind to increase its power. The Stroop test, analogy test, and concentrating on numbers are some of the brain games for adults. Memory can be improved to sharpen your memory power. Try learning new recipes and developing new habits, so that you can trigger the inactive parts of the brain. Besides brain exercises, some more tips for memory improvement are as follows. Focus and concentrate when you are learning something. It takes around 8 seconds for the brain to assimilate information into the proper memory center. So, if you focus, the information will be actively received by the brain cells. Try to understand your learning style. You may be better at learning with visuals and images, or maybe your auditory nerves work faster. Depending on that, incorporate visual or auditory information to learn something, as that will help you to remember the information for a long time. Learn to organize information and maintain some logbook or diary where you can write important things like phone numbers, dates, etc. Revisit them occasionally and it will be fixed in your brain for a long time. Try to relate the information you wish to remember to something that you already know. Use all the senses like smell, color, textures, and taste to remember something. If the topic or information you are learning is difficult, try thinking about it for a long time. Try to understand it instead of cramming it up. Tips for adults. All brain exercises and efforts will go waste if you don't live a lifestyle that is healthy for the body and hence for the brain. Regular exercises help to keep away diseases that are harmful for the memory. Besides, regular exercising enhances the feeling of well-being and improves blood circulation to the brain. Also, a good and healthy diet, supplemented by adequate brain food, will also help in improving memory. Don't be stressed, as stress hampers the ability of the mind to concentrate. A stress-free mind will collect and store more information than a stressed mind, so avoid being overstressed. Develop good sleeping habits, as sleep is necessary for keeping the mind and body fit, as one of the side effects of lack of sleep includes lack of concentration. Avoid smoking and drinking excessively, as these bad habits hamper the cardiovascular system that supplies oxygen to the brain, thus, making it harmful for memory. Learning acronyms and mnemonics for long words can help you to remember complex information for a longer time. The above-mentioned tips should be religiously followed, as only then can one reap rich benefits of the brain power.